Welcome back. We're here to update you on what is going on with the Divine Feminine. And as the title says, all delays will come to a head. So we are going to get into this energy update and see why that is such in the mix of your read. Now, I'm looking at your crowning energy and already it's looking very interesting. We had transits moving retrograde, as I mentioned. Yes, for your benefit, I do actually directly use my psychic gifts, the intuitive energy through the cards, as well as astrology to really help guide you through each week so that you can understand what is going on. I can say, because we are moving towards the moon in Capricorn, which is going to be at the critical degrees. We did cover it last month and we can recover it here. It's at the 29-degree point and it's occurring on the 21st of July. So really in the mix of this, what we are going to be spiritually feeling is a combination between wrapping things up, blasts from the past, what's working, what's not, where we fit in, how directly we link in with other people versus ourselves, and what those new chapters are. And initially I do believe we were really looking at other individuals around us, maybe that were having brand new chapters, and really saying to ourselves, okay, why is everything feeling so impossible right now? Why am I feeling so disillusioned that things aren't coming and turning out the way I really spiritually felt them to be? I'm noticing the butterfly, I'm noticing the purple, I'm noticing the magic, wanting to believe in magic, wanting to believe in dreams. This did occur more so towards the beginning of the month as we had Neptune going retrograde. So a lot of us also can be more prone to psychic attacks during this time. We also can feel mid-month that things are speeding up. However, in some areas of our life, we're going to also spiritually feel we have a bit more time to address things. We're also going to have deep revelations about how we can make our dreams come true and how to be extremely realistic and structured. So we're going to have a bit of time to get those things done, especially in the context of your twin flame path. Now, where we do look to the past, legacy of light. Now, what I'm getting spiritually is, for a lot of you, if you listen to your guides, they're going to guide you effectively. I believe there is a kind of a rebirth that you're having, especially relating to your identity. And, some of these ideas are really going to blow up. They're really going to be big. They're really going to be large. You are very, very protected. I also feel you could be having questions to do with the past and your path. Very common, especially with placements in Pisces, especially at a particular level of your ascension process. It is very common, and I've said this 100 times before, I'll say it again. I call it the X-Files. It's like you're looking at it and wondering, were you just in a dream? Was it all just a figment of your imagination? Very common. Why? Is because in the retrogrades we become deeply realistic. We go into the questioning monkey mind. We also need to understand that both exist, both the 5D, which can be more the dream state, out-of-body experiences between 4D and 5D, and then into the 3D, physical realities that occur in front of us in a very boxed effect, the more humanistic experience, so to speak. So both exist, but we could be questioning in our minds, was it even so? The signs, synchronicities, numbers, intuitive frequencies, were they actually so? But I do feel I'm looking at the child at the very bottom of this image, and I feel there's a bit of inner child. You could be regressing back. You could be having flashbacks to do with your childhood. You also could be really spiritually growing into the guru that you really are. And really, if you listen to your guides, they're going to guide you effectively. In the heart chakra space, you may need to be very gentle with yourself at this time. There could be anything down to heart palpitations, identity crises, feeling like you're running out of time, wondering where those things are going. And I feel just being honest with yourself at this point in time and being gentle with yourself is the best advice. I also do feel there is an opportunity here that this individual is moving in towards you. And I also feel for some of you, you could be having dreams about this person. The other thing I get is there could be opportunities that are arising, and there could be a T-section in the road for many of you. I also see from the bottom row that we do directly have the soulmate energy here in reverse. And whenever I see this in reverse, it signifies twin flame to me. So this is a choice between two paths. This is a questioning. Again, I just keep getting this questioning and things coming to a head. This questioning of, is this a twin flame? Is it a soulmate? Was it just a romantic partner? Who was it? Is it going to be? There also could be a conundrum to do with marriage. Now, many times we can feel that this is a spiritual connection, in a sense of you are bound similar to a marriage, be it you're together or not. I do feel, however, in the mix, there is an opportunity for you to be attracting in, especially with our transits, individuals that are more, what would I say? What you are going to be requiring from your twin and what will naturally come through in the 3D, because you are evolving and changing through our transits, is that you will require a level of ascension. You will require a level of maturity, something that is going to stand the test of time. Now, it is showing through your cards that this individual is still in your aura. They are still in your storyline. The only thing I can see that has changed is that you're not drinking the toxicity. You're trying to break patterns and not going into it in the same fashion. And that's really what's going to win the race here. Although you can be very concerned that that is all you're going to be getting, and would it be healthy? The other message I'm getting is that for those of you that are dealing with the twin that is in a marriage, and I will come back and actually clarify these because they want me to, is that you could be looking at this and really not understanding why an individual is sticking in a toxic situation. It's something that you've outgrown, both with your twin, with any other person. So this inadvertently will shift these individuals too, because we tend to go through similar circumstances, sometimes slight delays, but nevertheless, we do learn those karmic lessons and we do move through them. There could be something toxic at the moment that you're purging. I also feel many of you can be really looking at your image, looking at how people have maybe consumed a lot of your time and really wanting to care for yourself, really wanting to recharge yourself. Some of you also would love to be less responsible. But again, it's almost like life is not permitting at this point in time. It's almost like you're having a soul walk in. I'm looking at the outcome card, and we're going to go into clarifies, because this is to do with life and death. It's like the 8th house. It's yes, very Plutonian, but it's the rebirth of a circumstance. You're wondering how to rebirth it. Something's not completely over. And this could be a positive thing. It doesn't have to be a negative thing, but nevertheless, we're going to go into the clarifiers, and we're going to dig deeper into this read for Divine Feminine and see what else we need to know. They're definitely honing in on this impossibility part, and they're wanting me to look at it very cautiously. I can't say cautiously, they're wanting me to go more in depth into it. Okay, the card and what it states. Working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, fresh perspectives. This is to do with relationships. This is to do with partnerships and contracts. It's interesting how I can see the chakras happening within the eyes. I do feel your viewpoint is going to shift quite radically. It is also an intellectual situation. I'm hearing the term mind over matter. You're going to see the truth of a matter, and you're going to see there's no competition. But I also feel a third-party energy or interferences of some description are going to be moved by the wayside. This person who is spiritually connected to you, your counterpart, has spiritually learned something quite profound this week in the mix. And I do feel, as we're looking to the past, I want to know more about this. Yeah, this is like you guys have been teachers to each other. It hasn't always been easy. Sometimes it has been toxic. But there has been this situation of great healing that has occurred. Divine feminine can feel a little bit run down at the moment. And I do feel an olive leaf is being offered. Universe is trying to come in and bring a transformation in this domain. Yeah, you're almost, I do feel divine masculine is picking up that you are losing patience with this circumstance and they're going to have to be a leader. And I feel the message is, okay, there is, okay, I don't know why they're referencing this. This can be a feeling that some of you may be having. Is an individual they were with more attractive? Are they better? Why are they picking this circumstance? I feel you're peeling something back, and it could have made you feel a particular way. But this could have stemmed back to a previous connection. I don't know why I do feel for some of you, you could be having a conversation and, you know, you don't really want to bring something up, but whatever this is, especially for those of you in communication, and I don't really feel it's going to matter if you are or aren't, because I do feel they're picking it up through the ethers. There's a spiritual conversation going on here, and it is to do with past karmic paths, as well as the here and now and where you link in, how you show up, who you are to this person. And this person actually does want a reunion with you. And you're signifying to them in the ethers, look, I've been very patient. I'm really losing my patience here. I can feel you, I can sense you, but, you know, sometimes that's not so good. This circumstance is very difficult for me. Tuning in, you know, it's almost like you're saying to this situation, if I dream about you, it's almost like this yearning, it becomes difficult. It's like you don't want that. You want to be in the 3D. You want to be living a physical life, having a traditional life, where there's less complication and, yeah. Okay, for some of you, there is something wrapping up, and I do feel there's also a deep healing to do with the past connection. This commitment, once this person comes in, there is an ending to an old commitment, but moving into this. But the reason this person is summing it up and closing a cycle, I'm hearing closing a cycle, is because it is totally over. You don't want to get submerged into this. And the clarifier to do with the do not drink the poison, the green card, it's in a reverse. You know, it's happening in July. It's almost like I'm hearing the term Christmas in July, but I'm definitely also getting that you're passing a spiritual test. You're not wanting to do things the same way. It's almost like it's coming to a critical turning point in the mix here. You also don't want to get merged into, I'm hearing the term rubbish. You don't want to get entwined and entangled in other people's dramas. You're like, look, I need the road clear. And I feel universe is actually coming in and ending this naturally, any of this unfinished business. We will look at this next week. If you do want to see the next edition, you can come through and jump in the members and see the next week's edition and how this transitions.